finally got my laptop. The one that supposedly is gonna stay on more than 3 hours, which is the problem that I had with the last one, which was perfectly fine. The last one I had way more gigs of RAM, but seriously, if I did any sort of work on it whatsoever, the battery would just go pew. So there was somebody that I follow on Twitter who was just like, I got the new Lemur that this company puts out, and he's like, the battery lasts forever, and I'm like, that sucks because mine doesn't. And turns out they said it was the battery that was in that one. It was just like, yeah, it's not gonna. And it's like, why would you put a crap battery in something that has that much power? Anyway, we're gonna try this new one, which is the Lemur version that's supposed to have more battery life. It has 20 gigs less RAM than my other one did, but so it's only got 40 gigs of RAM. Hopefully it'll be enough, it'll be all right for what I want to do on it, which is a lot of video editing and rendering and doing animation rendering, like using Blender and Kdenlive Live for videos and stuff like that. Because right now the machine that I do have, the laptop that I do have, that I got a few years ago, it's okay, but it gets really slow. And I want to see if this does any better. Plus I needed another laptop anyway. I need one dedicated to audio and then another dedicated to artwork, animation, and stuff like that. So let's open this up. Yes, it says do not use a knife. Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to open the tape. Where the hell does this thing open up? Oh, for God's sake, I this end? Yeah, let's try this end. Do not employ sharp objects. Like, seriously, how do I get the tape off that? Anyway, should be fine. There's where it was telling me do not employ sharp objects. By the way, here's all the stuff that I still need to list underneath the table there. There's a giant Spider-Man being crushed by a Sprite can. All right, so here's the box. I do enjoy their packaging, though. Oh, maybe I didn't get all the tape on this. Missed a little. I do enjoy the packaging. There's some artwork on the inside. This part's neat. They, the way everything's kind of like origamied. Origamied, that's the way you say it. So you unfold the box and it releases the tension on the cellophane that's holding the stuff in place. And then you kind of shake it out. You shake it. You shake it. Sorry. The beauty is that when I sent my other one back, I had kept all this stuff, and since you can reuse the way this is set up, I was able to just pack it in the same material and send it back to them as is. There we go. And that loosens up this area. Then you unfold those and slide it out. Oops. Ripped the sleeve covering, but oh good, it is metal. I was worried that it was going to be plastic. Or is it? No, it's metal, right? Because the last one I got is plastic. Maybe it is. Oh, it is. That's too bad. There was a metal case on the previous one I had, but this is this is actually much more sturdier plastic than the last one, but definitely thinner. Here it is. And that's, I mean, it's a computer. There you go. So now I'm going to try turning it on and using it, but it should be running the Ubuntu operating system. Basically, I use Inkscape, Blender, GIMP, Kdenlive Live, and then for recording, it'll be Ardour. Now I'll probably end up installing Ubuntu Studio on this thing too, just so I can have that. Wow, look at what's going on there with the hair. I didn't look at that before we started. Nice. But yeah, so I'm just going to install that stuff and get this thing all set up. All right, now I just got to go through and do the setup quick, which should go pretty easily. Connect your online accounts, skip. Full name, Tom. Why would I need my full name? However, will this computer know what my name is? There, all done. Now it's set up and I can get started. Now I just have to see if it's going to have any updates for me. which I assume it will. Ooh, I wonder if they installed the new... So the new version of Ubuntu just came out. Ooh, and it looks like they did install it. Possibly. The icons are different. So let's find out. Ooh. 240 gigs on it. Oh good, it is the new version. 2004. Yay. So I don't need to upgrade. Awesome. Now I just need to install the programs I'm going to use, like I said. I'm going to do Inkscape, GIMP, Kdenlive, all that kind of stuff. That way I can start editing some videos and doing some things. Ooh, and Blender. I'm going to go mess around with this now. I actually was out riding and wanted to come by the train car and, of course, do the test to see if the lights are working yet. Highly doubt they are. We sent an email to the landlord, but haven't heard back yet. I think that was maybe a week ago. Anyway, it wasn't too long ago, but still have not heard back yet to get a message on, like, is the car still moving? Is there going to be electricity soon? Oh, just turned on the breakers. Let's see. No lights yet. Oh well. Anyway, so while I was out biking, I saw Leo, who is Triangulador here in town. He paints mattresses in different places where people leave them out when they move out or when they're trashed. Like he'll go to paint his designs on them, and he was doing one of them on the bike trail that I was just at. So stopped and talked to him for a while. He's got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. He was the first person that I interviewed this season 6, on my art podcast. I've been hanging out with him occasionally ever since. So running into him on the street was, I hadn't seen him in like maybe over a week. We hung out a little while ago. But yeah, he was painting there, told me about a lot of the cool projects that he has coming up. I gotta make sure that I actually shut the stuff off. Although I think I did. Anyway, it doesn't look like any progress has been made here. Except for outside. They're still building that wall. Oh, the tracks. Those tracks were all torn apart. Now it looks like they're actually extending farther. But still over there, it's that wall. Not much to it. But the wall next to us is coming up fast. The one that I didn't even know was going to happen. The one that I didn't think it was ever going to exist. That popped up out of nowhere. That one's getting really far. And there are a bunch of spiders sticking outside the door. That's kind of gross. Huge big spider webs because there's no traffic coming in and out of here. See, look at these things. Actually, I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, they're there. Adam's family house in here or something. Oh, and last night I got a message from another person that I had on the podcast recently, Vicky. I talked to her. She's the person that does dog portraits, and she painted a picture of our dog Spike that passed away last season of the podcast in season 5. And we had talked to her, and she sent me a link from like the 1950s of this train when it was in action. Like this particular depot, people have told me that it used to be an active depot. Of course it was, because that's what it is. It's the Madison Depot. But this train, pictures of it moving, and the on the other side there, that's the actual, what's that called? The engine car, the one that would pull it. And she had somebody had posted a home movie of it, and she sent me a link to that, and that was super cool of her. But yeah, a lot of stuff just happened. And here I got my computer, nothing was happening all day. I hadn't even made really any sales. I made like 1 today. So I was kind of going, what's going on? Everything's really kind of dead. And then all of a sudden a bunch of stuff happened. So that's good.